Hello, guys. Let's go. Let's go. I mean, England 169 for 6, and I don't know. This could be a pretty short stream, to be honest with you. A little bit disappointing from just a point of view of that. I thought this was going to be a very competitive match in the end, but it's turning out to not be the case. I think it's going to be another one-sided affair with India wrapping this up. But in saying that, they've still got Moeen Ali in, who we know can. He's a threat. He's a threat at all times. For sure. And we've actually got some comments already. So it says, by the time we start streaming, Stokes would have scored a good amount of runs in spite of Roy and Bessa getting out early. And then he goes, down go the three Lions. And I think he was talking about Stokes getting out. And some of these dismissals were just really bizarre and just strange. And I don't want to say they're luck. There is an element of luck, I think, for India there, but really it's just bad batting. Like, you shouldn't be getting out to full tosses. And Stokes got out to a waist-high full toss and hit it straight to the man at deep mid-wicket. And then you also had Livingston do exactly. Oh, what a shot from Moeen Ali. Oh, my God. What a shot. Oh, my gosh, what a shot. He just pulled Natarajan away for 6. That is an absolute beauty of a shot. Middle of the bat. Quality shot. And I'm not just saying that because it's the name of the channel, but yeah, really just incredible shot from Moeen Ali. And yeah, I mean, Livingston got out to a full toss as well, right? It was a low full toss, and he just hit it straight back to the bowler. It was like, what's going on? Like, what are you doing, mate? And that was just disappointing. It was really disappointing to watch. And I was just thinking to myself, what is going on? Like, these guys need to be better, right? Like, you can't be getting out in that way. And Livingston actually looked quite good whilst it was in Milan as well. It was a pretty soft dismissal, pulled it straight to the man after getting 50. I'd say Milan and Livingston and Stokes, they'll be really disappointed because the way they got out was quite soft. Josh Butler, I think, his LBW is falling over the front pad. He's had that issue throughout the whole White Ball series, really. He's got out that way quite a bit to a delivery kind of just angling into him and getting trapped LBW. But Moeen Ali looks pretty good at the moment. He's 15 off 13. But they'll really, really badly need him to stay till the end. And that's really realistically the only way they're going to win this match is by Moeen Ali batting through till the end. They need 53 runs. So it's not impossible. Like, it's not impossible, but it's going to be difficult, right? That's just the realistic way of looking at it. It's going to be very difficult. And he'll also need another guy with him, right? Like a Sam Curran to kind of stick in there with him. And Sam Curran's capable with the bat. I think his ODI stats are probably not as well. They don't reflect his batting ability, that's for sure. They're just showing. Oh, interesting. Someone's talking behind. There's a dead ball. Okay. Very interesting. Rishabh Pant likes to chat. And Moeen Ali swings that away for 4 runs. That's a big shot. And this is turning out to be a pretty good over for England. It's 12 off it, 2 wides, a 4 and a 6. So good start from Moeen Ali. He looks pretty good. But as I said, like, long way to go still. Let me know as well what you guys think. I feel like we're now in a position where these two need to form a partnership, because if they don't, it's going to be really, really tough, I think. Let's see, though. Let's see. I'm hoping that they can kind of just get a move on and go for it pretty quickly. But they need to start motoring here. Well, I say that actually that's not correct, because these guys are already going at the right rate. It's more a case of actually they need to be going at a rate where, okay, we're aggressive, but we're not going to lose wickets, because they they've been losing wickets pretty regularly, and some of them have been very, very soft, as we've seen, like getting out to full tosses, which like shouldn't be happening at this level, which people will be really disappointed about. And some very good deliveries. I mean, Jason Roy got a peach of delivery, to be fair, from Neshwar Kumar, who just is so skillful, and he just has such good control. I mean, he is such a threat to anyone on any surface, and he just looks so good. He really does. Natarajan coming in for the final ball of the over. Inside edge there from Sam Curran, who finally gets off the mark. I will update the scoreboard as well. Thank you guys for joining. Please do remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It really does help. 184 for 6 of 28 overs. Let's see how the rest of it goes. Also, let me know if the sound's okay. If you can hear any background sound, please do let me know as well. But it's been pretty good, I think, on the most part. I've been happy with how it's going in terms of the tour in total has been pretty good. I've been a bit disappointed with the fact that there haven't been too many competitive matches. They've been pretty one-sided for the most part, is what I would say. I think that's just a fact, I think, more than anything. But to be fair, I think, you know, we look at it and just think, well, some of the cricket and quality of cricket, skill-wise, has been extremely good. These are two of the best white ball sides in the world. We've got the World Cup champions and India, who are ranked, I think, second in both T20s and ODIs as well. So, look, I mean, you're going to see some quality players on the show, which we have seen. I think the most disappointing thing is the fact that, as I mentioned before, we haven't seen close matches, I think, is the problem. It's not a case of actually, you know, the matches have not been good to watch in terms of the skill needed. I think it's more just a case of that have been as close as we would have liked, because I think they could have been a lot closer with, yeah, I think I just have a feeling that these matches could have been a lot closer, but certain circumstances have come into play where it's just meant a lot of them have been one-sided, right? A lot of them. So yeah, I think that's just the problem and the case in this tour as a whole. But let's see if Moeen Ali can do something pretty special here, because he's going to have to. He's going to have to. He's 20 off 16, and Sam Curran, I mean, the 184 for 6 are England with, look, they've got 22 overs left. They're going at a pretty good rate. The rate is fine, the run rate. And I think England, you always see they don't normally have an issue of run rate. It's wickets lost, which they had that issue in the first game where they collapsed a little bit. Milan batted really well for his 50, and I think he is staking a claim to say, look, I am a very good white ball player, not just in T20s, as he's already shown, but in ODIs as well. Only 6 fours, but just rotating the strike really well, and I think he's very underrated. And I think it's a bit of a disappointment we didn't see him for longer, because I think after he got past 50, I think he would have started to go through the gears as he can do in T20s. And we would have seen a bit more of that six-hitting ability that he does have. I wouldn't say he's a big six-hitter like a Pollard or you know, Maxwell, etc. He's not going to be that explosive or Rishabh Pant. He's going to be more of that Joe Root-esque player, but he'll be ticking along at around a run and ball, and he also does have that gear to go into. If it's in the slot, he will go for it. Especially, I think down the ground, he's relatively strong, six-hitting and through the leg side, which a lot of left-handers are pretty good swinging away to the leg side, as we've seen with Rishabh Pant, Ben Stokes, etc. Obviously, no. Oh, that's a loose shot from Moeen Ali. That's a very loose shot, almost no to little, or little to no foot movement at all from Moeen Ali, but manages to get away with it and just punches it over the fielder at short cover. Yeah, just come really early on the shot. In a way, though, it shows that Moeen Ali he sees the ball really early, and only really good timers of the ball have that. And it's a skill that you either have or you don't for the most part. I don't know if something really you can learn in terms of seeing the ball early. Of course, you can hit as many balls as you want, but some people just have that ability, I think, and they have more time than others, like Kane Williamson, for example. And again, not going to compare someone like Moynihan to Kane Williamson, but it's more just a trait that some batsmen have. Let's see what Sam Curran can do as well, because as I said, I think he is. I've seen him play for Surrey for quite a number of years now, and he's always been touted in terms of his batting. In terms of his bowling. But to be honest with you, he's a pretty good bat, and he's gone up and up the order for Surrey as the years have rolled on, and he's now 22, I think, and he's been playing for Surrey for a good 5 straight years, pretty regularly in all formats. So he's got that experience, and he's got more experience than his age suggests. I think he clearly has had some good knocks in Test cricket, especially. T20s can be slightly different, although he has played well in the IPL, but it's a different level, right, playing international cricket. And here he's now got a chance, really, because he needs to learn to rotate the strike. Sam Curran had an issue with that in the first ODI. That's a good shot, though. That's a good shot for him. He's cut that away just behind point. That's a very good shot. And so he needs to do more of that. And Jimmy231, thank you very much for joining. Guys in the chat, please do remember to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much. Your legend, Jimmy231, says big opportunity for Curran. Probably the first time he's had this long to bat for England. I agree, and there's a lot of people, to be fair, Jimmy, that have been saying he shouldn't be in the white ball side. And I think it might potentially be too early for him in T20s. In ODIs, probably if everyone's fit, I don't think he gets into the team either. But this is a good chance for him to show what he's about and just show, look, I should be in and around the team at least, even if I'm not in the starting 11. That's a really good shot again, just running it down to third man. He's a lot better, as I said, than his stats suggest for ODIs. He's a good bat. He's very talented. His batting is constantly improving. Look, I wouldn't put him any higher than 8 at the moment, for sure. I don't think he's in an ODI, but this is, as Jimmy has just alluded to, it's a very good chance for him to grow into this role and actually just get some time at the crease. He needs to learn to rotate the strike. So let's see if he can do that. If he can score boundaries, which we know he can do. Now it's a case of, can he hit the gaps and utilize a bit of cricket IQ, right, and cricket smarts to actually say, I'm going to rotate the strike between myself and Mo, and we can actually run this close. And I'm going to use a phrase, and you guys are going to hate me for it, but yeah, calculated aggression, right? Calculated aggression. That's what they're going to do. Start says, hey, Fazan. Hey, Start, thank you very much for joining. Jimmy231 says, didn't really have a role in the T20 side, did he? Talking about Sam Curran. He says, Moyne makes more sense there. Yeah, I agree. I think Moyne is look, the stats suggest it, and also historically, but he's probably one of the best players of spin in the white ball format that England have. In Test cricket, I don't know, maybe not, although he played quite good innings in India, but that's one innings. But I'd say for spinning, he's probably, I guess if you look at six hitters, in terms of people who are able to hit sixes quite effortlessly even, or look effortlessly doing it. Look effortless doing it even. God, tripping over my words. Anyways, Ben Stokes is one, obviously. Bairstow, I think, is another. Jason Roy, Butler, but I think Moeen Ali's in there as well. In that 5, I think, of people that actually you look at and say, you've got big six-hitting ability, and he does, but I think it's more the other parts of his game that he needs to be more consistent with. And this is a good chance. Oh, run out. Oh, no. Sam Curran manages to get in. I think he would have been safe. But I agree, Jimmy. I think this is a very good opportunity for Sam Curran to just show what he's about. Again, I don't think he will be in the starting 11 come the T20 World Cup this year. And it'll be interesting to see whether he, in a couple of years' time, obviously we've got the 2023 World Cup in India. It's an ODI World Cup, right? By that time, he'll be 24, 25, because I think it's 2 and a bit years. And with the team England now have in the ODIs, will he get into that side? And I assume that they'll be looking at that because he's already kind of knocking on the door here, right? Or he's playing quite a few matches. So he just needs to keep on building performances for England when he does get chances. In the white ball stuff, and even the red ball stuff, the white ball and red ball stuff, and also consistently performing for Surrey and also in any franchise cricket he plays, like the IPL, for example, which has helped him. That's why he got picked in the T20 side, just because he had a good IPL. Which, I mean, look, we can go into that. I wasn't a massive fan of that decision, but he obviously showed something, right? And it's still pretty good level. It's not as I still don't think it's anywhere near the level of international cricket, but it's still high enough level that you can say, well, actually, he's got some form. So Tart says, if Moyne and Sam can stick around, I think England can bag this. Yeah, I mean, they need them to stick around. I think if both these guys bat till the end, England will get this because they've been going at the right rate. I mean, the current run rate is 6.57. The required is 6.64. So I think that just shows you and really brings home the point that England are always around about the rate. They don't ever have a kind of phase in an ODI where they're behind the rate so much they have to catch up massively. Whereas India have obviously played a slightly different way. But England say, at the front, we're going to do it. In this case, though, they've had some soft wickets. Stokes, obviously, with a full toss. He'll be disappointed. Livingston with a full toss as well. Dowd Milan, like that pull shot, really should have gone for 4, hit straight to the fielder. And who else? Bairstow, I guess, going across LBW was a bit disappointing. And Butler as well, who seems to have had an issue falling over and getting trapped LBW between middle and leg, which has happened throughout this whole white ball series. And it makes me think he's got an issue. And I think that's to do with his head and his balance, which normally he's very balanced. So it's something that he obviously needs to tweak and look into because on the whole, I think he's very balanced and his timing is exemplary. So something he can continue to work on. Interesting that obviously India have employed Hardik Pandya in this ODI, whereas they didn't in the last two, just because it's a T20 year, and they probably just thought in the ODIs, if we can give them a rest, and then why not? It's not the be-all and end-all, but they've realised that, look, this is a match that if we win this, it sends a statement, beating the World Cup champions in an ODI series. We've got a chance to do it here, so let's put him in for the last ODI and see what he's done. He's done pretty well so far. End of the over as well. Only 4 from it, so a very good over from Hardik Pandya. 196 for 6 off 30. And this is what I was saying. I think both these guys are going to have to rotate the strike well. And they need to make sure that if they're not scoring a boundary, which is fine, that happens. Bhuvneshwar Kumar's back on, but they need to look for singles. And he's been very good again, Bhuvneshwar Kumar. Only 25 runs from his 5 overs so far and 2 wickets as well for him. And he always looks dangerous, and I think England definitely respect him, don't they, when they face him. So interesting to see. He got Moyne in the first ODI with an absolute beauty, just like was shaping in a little bit, and then it pitched and seamed away. It was just an absolute beauty. And Moyne was a bit disappointed because he was looking good as well, but he could only feather it behind. And that's a big shot. Is that out? Oh, no, it's not. Oh, good shot. Swings it away just in front of fine leg. And Shardul Thakur, to be fair, is not a particularly good fielder, but I don't think anyone's catching that. Just didn't manage to make the ground. He's really swung that away as Moeen Ali, and he's not going to hang about. I think he knows it's in the slot, and it's there to be pulled away, and he does pull it away. And Bhuvneshwar Kumar's thinking, oh, can I pick up another little cheeky wicket here, as Shardul Thakur has done really throughout. And he seems to have a little bit of the Dom Bess about him, Shardul Thakur. Picked up a few, let's say, fortunate wickets from full tosses, etc. But wickets are wickets, I guess, especially in the white ball format. This is interesting. So, let's talk about this actually as well. While Moeen Ali just fends that straight back to Bhuvneshwar Kumar. That's a good start, though, by the way, for England this over, because Bhuvneshwar Kumar is very miserly. So already 4 off the first 2 balls. If they can just pick up a couple of more singles, they'll be happy with that, England, because he's their main threat, is what England would have. They would have identified Bhuvneshwar Kumar as the main threat. If we can hit him for 5, 6 and over, that's fantastic, and we're happy with that. They won't think we have to go bigger, although Moeen Ali's tried to, and he's out. Oh, no. There's no need for that from Moeen Ali. There's no need. I mean, is it in the slot? Let's have a look. It's probably a little bit full, and he hasn't quite got all of it. But there's no need to hit that. In the air, he just needs to punch that down the ground. Even if he hits the fielder, fine. And he's shaking his head, and rightly so, because again, he's got a start here. 29 of 25. The issue is he gets too many scores like the 20s and 30s. Like, he's just got to go on. He's way too good a player to be getting out like that. He didn't. He looked like it. He didn't look in trouble at all throughout the whole innings. And next thing you know, he just gets himself out. That's just poor. It's really poor. It's really disappointing as well. England lose another wicket, and this is going to be over soon. So Tark says, what do you think about India's new approach of firing in the middle over and not waiting the last 10 overs? Something new. They didn't even wait. They didn't even fire in the middle overs. It was more a case of they tried to fire in the first 10 overs. If you saw Rohit Sharma and Shikhar Dhawan, they went. I saw the stats. So the first ODI, they scored 39 in the power play. The second 40, and then this one they scored 65. So obviously they went from going 4 and over in the first 10 to 6.5, which is what I said. I don't know if you guys remember in the review as well, but also in the live streams. I said if they can just get that run rate in the first 10 from 4 to 5.5, 6, perfect. They went even higher. They went 6.5, which is fantastic. And I think they only lost 1 wicket. It was actually after the first 10. So the first 10 overs were actually really good for them. And again, I don't expect them to do in England and go 7, 8 and over potentially, because look, they need to play to their strengths still. I think they can still have a solid foundation, but go at a quicker rate. But yeah, I was actually impressed with the first 10. It was the middle overs, the issue that they had, and I think the approach actually from India was much better. They tried to be more proactive. Rishabh Pant came in earlier. He did really well. And I think the problem that we had, and actually that's a good point, I'll say this. So Dark says Hardik and Pant 99 or 78 balls in the middle. Yeah, exactly. That made a huge difference. And that was really good by those two. I think the reason why India stumbled is the lack of wickets in hand. And those wickets fell thanks to Yadav Rashid and Moeen Ali. I mean, obviously, picking up Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli cheaply as well. And who was the other one that Rashid got? Was it KL Rahul? I think it might be. But either way, yeah, but like picking up those guys. No, sorry, Shikhar Dhawan, who was set as well. So those wickets in pretty quick succession, they lost 3 wickets quite quickly. That cluster, I think, slowed them down slightly. But then, as Sarthak rightly said, Hardik and Pant put on a really good partnership. But the issue there is that because they'd lost those earlier wickets, they just didn't have much left after that. Krunal Pandya came and he didn't quite do what he did in the first ODI where he went ballistic. So it kind of flipped it on its head. Previously, they had a case of the first 10, right? They would go pretty slowly, and the last 10 they'd go ballistic. This time, the first 10 they went quicker. Middle, they went kind of more ballistic. And, towards the kind of end of that middle, so we're talking about, the 30th to 40th, or 25th to 40th. And then they had a case where in the last 10, because they lost wickets before that last 10, unfortunately, they just struggled a little bit and they stuttered, and they started losing regular wickets again in that last 10. So I think the approach was much better. If they want to win the World Cup, this is the approach they need to take, because more often than not, they'll win games like that. And they still got to 330 by playing that slightly aggressive brand. And that's actually probably the game plan probably didn't go exactly as they wanted, but they still got 330, right? That makes a difference. Whereas, before the conservative approach, they had to really push to get that 330, right? Like really play to the max. This, they gave themselves more of an opportunity, and I think that was much better. And look, I think we will see going forward if they employ the same tactic, they will get bigger scores of 350 plus pretty easily and pretty regularly. I just think it was a case of some really good bowling from the spinners in that middle overs. So Dark says, also, this is the first time we are seeing England's middle order play a bit since the last 8 white ball matches. Yeah, and well, to be fair, so that whenever the middle order has played for England, they've been really, really poor, if I'm being honest with you. And that's been a massive issue for England throughout the whole white ball series. Actually, no, not even the white ball series, throughout the whole tour as a whole. Guys in the chat as well, thank you very much for joining. So Dark, Rendezvous, Jimmy231, everyone, thank you very much for joining. Please do remember to like the video. It really does help. And also, I think all of you guys subscribed, so no worries. But please do like the video; it really, really does help. Really appreciate it. Rendezvous says 6 wickets. What? Yeah, I know. Rendezvous, thanks as well for joining. So Dark says, "Oh, good pull shot from Sam Curran. That's a biggie. That's a 6. That's a very, very big shot from Sam Curran. This is his chance, to show that this is a chance where she can bat a little bit, so he can stay on the other end for a little bit of time. But Sam Curran now he's going to have to take the reins in this partnership." So Tark says, "Oh, the English spinners bowled really good." Yeah, they did. They did bowl really well. They were impressive for sure. Were the English spinners? I thought they were really impressive. Moin Ali and Al Rashid. Even though Al Rashid towards the end got hit a little bit, the wickets he picked up early doors were really helpful. Shikhar Dhawan obviously picking up Rohit Sharma. So he picked up the 2 openers, did Al Rashid, which is really useful considering those 2. If they stay in long enough, they'll start going really quickly and take the game away from you. So as we've seen with Rohit Sharma getting like crazy, like whatever 150s in ODI, which is just crazy. And that's why he's so good, because as soon as he gets past around 50, 60, 70, he just goes absolutely ballistic. He really does. Really, really good stuff, though. Guys, as well in the chat, as I said, please do remember to like the video. It really does help. I really appreciate it. And thanks for joining, all legends. Oh, good shot from Rashid, but I think, will they scamper for 1? No, they won't. Another one-sided match, though, isn't it? A bit disappointing. Yeah, it is a little bit disappointing to see. I would have expected it to be closer. And actually, I wouldn't have been surprised if we would have chased it down. But I think losing the early wickets, they rely on Roy and Bairstow as well, obviously, to go 1, but neither did. That was really disappointing. Roy actually looked really good in that first over. Hit Bhuvneshwar Kumar for some really lovely 4s, and he didn't look ugly. It looked amazing the way he was playing, but then lost his shape and won one ball, and it was a really good ball as well by Bhuvneshwar Kumar, and got cleaned up top of a stump. So Dark says it was an amazing googly to Rohit. It really was. I mean, Abdul Rashid, potentially the best googly bowler in the world. There's an argument for it. I'll tell you what, it's a damn good googly. And he's worked on it for a number of years, has Abdul Rashid, and it's a very deceptive googly and very good googly at that. It really is. And I've been just extremely impressed with how good he's bowled in general. I think it's something that you look at and you think, oh, actually, is he really that good? Yeah, he is. He's quality. When people forget how good this guy is, he's been so good for England for a number of years, as Abdul Rashid, and yeah, I mean, people just will not be able to wait to see him in the T20 World Cup. Obviously, the IPL starting in, I think, April, so only in a few days' time, actually. Yeah, that'll be on Sky as well for guys in the UK. Chopped away from Sam Curran to deep cover. He's 17 off 16, so again, he's starting to get his eye in. He just needs to keep going. Keep going. I mean, if he, I'm going to say this actually, if he manages to stay till the end and win this game for England, this will be one of the best innings in ODI cricket I've ever seen. I'm not even joking. It'll be incredible. It'll be a ridiculous knock. It really will. Oh, sorry. Don't know what happened there. Got kicked out on my own stream. Yeah, I was just saying that if what a little flick there from Abdul Rashid through mid on. Great shot, good timing as well. Little whip through mid on. Guys in the chat as well, thank you very much for joining. Please do remember to like the video, it really does help. Thank you very much, all legends, and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you, really greatly appreciated. Bhuvneshwar Kumar is just, he must be one of the best bowlers around in terms of his, I don't know, just in terms of control, he looks really good. Qatar says Rashid is very calm in the field too. He doesn't show he doesn't show when he panics. He doesn't show any panic even when he's getting hit. Just something I noticed. I agree. Yeah, he doesn't. So Qatar, one thing that I would say is that he's very experienced now because he's been playing white ball cricket for England for quite a number of years. I'm thinking, is it even 10 years? It could be. It could be. But when he first started for England, and they stuck with him, to be fair, he had that X factor. He'd pick up wickets, but he would bowl the occasional long hop, a shorter ball that would get destroyed, and he would occasionally lose a bit of rhythm and be a bit wayward. He's improved his consistency quite a bit, and his maturity as well. And I think that's something as a spinner that you have to come to terms with. Is okay. Occasionally, I might bowl a decent ball, but I'll get hit. That happens. But it's about how I come back from it. I think he's got that mentality. He really does. And he definitely works on his craft and has done for a number of years. So he's got an impressive mentality for sure, Sardak. I agree. He's very calm and very calculated, I think, as well. Cryptic, thank you very much for joining. Cryptic says, very unlikely India win. I don't know if it was unlikely. I don't know. The target of 330, would you expect England to get that? Yeah, probably. But at the same time, just crazy. Absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. Really good stuff, though. Good shot there. Good shot from Sam Curran. Some pretty loose bowling. Loose, very loose from Sam Curran. Yeah, I don't think it was I don't think it's a particularly unlikely victory in the sense that I think it could have gone either way. I'm more disappointed with how competitive this match has been. I just think it could have been a lot more competitive, and I think England haven't even run. I don't think they're going to run India close here. It looks very unlikely, and that's been the most disappointing thing to see for me. 218 for 7. Guys, whilst we are watching this, because I think most likely this is definitely going to be an India win, I want you guys to tell me, who have you been most impressed with in this in this ODI series? Who have you been more impressed with? Not team-wise, but player-wise. If you had to pick one player that you thought has been impressive, it doesn't necessarily need to be the guy who... Oh, hold on. That's out. Oh, it's another drop. That's Hardik Pandya again. What is he doing? Hardik Pandya just dropped a dolly earlier on to Stokes, and this is another pretty easy catch. It's not as easy, but it's still one that he would easily take. He's got 2 hands to it, and he's dropped it onto the boundary. What's he doing? Oh, mate. That's bad. That's not unexpected. He's a very good fielder normally as well, isn't he? Oh, mate. He's dropped it onto the boundary. What is he doing? He's lost the plot. The talk says Bairstow. I agree. I think Bairstow's been really good. Guys in the chat, please let me know who you think. So talk says Bairstow, that's a good call. So Dark says Hardick had dropped Stokes on 16. Yeah, I was I commenting? Was I streaming when that happened? No, I wasn't. I wasn't. However, yeah, I wasn't, to be fair, but I was really impressed in general with Stokes. To me, should have gone on from there, right? And to get out then from a full toss after was disappointing because he was given a lifeline. Yeah, that was extremely disappointing, I think. And yeah, I mean, let's see. But yeah. So Tark says, no, you weren't. Yeah, I wasn't. I remember I was actually watching it in my room, and I was like, what has just happened there? Like, it's one of the easiest catches for an international cricketer. And I think someone made an excuse. The commentators were like, Krunal Pandya was putting him off. I was like, he's not even that near him. I was like, you can't blame him for that. They're like, oh, he was probably distracted. I was like, don't make excuses for him. It's a really easy catch. And you can tell he knows it's an easy catch because he's so annoyed with himself, which is rightly so. And it happens, right? I mean, he probably won't drop one like that again, probably ever. But it was just a really bad drop. Guys in the chat as well, please do remember to like the video. I know I keep saying it, but please do. It really, really does help. And subscribe if you haven't already. Again, it just really helps grow the channel. And to be honest with you, the only way the channel's going to grow is with your guys' support. So thank you very much for tuning in as well. I really appreciate it. You're legends, and yeah, it's the best way to get it out there, of course, so that people can listen to my annoying voice, you know? Oh, good little. Yeah, it's good. Good little nerdle into the leg side from Sam Curran. Liking that. So Tara says, you know what? I've seen Sam Curran open. He says, don't count him out on this match. I'm not counting him out. He might get a decent score. I mean, he's just been dropped though, so to be fair, he should be out. But yeah, I'm not counting him out. I think the issue with him is that he thinks it's the IPL at times, and he'll go really hard at the ball. Like that shot, he didn't really need to play that shot. And he didn't get all of it. And he got out that way, I think, the first ODI as well. And at the moment, he can't afford to get out. That's just the, like, you've got to show a level of maturity. I don't know if he's quite got that, because the issue is that next, who have they got in next? They've got Wood and they've got Topley. Neither of them come back, by the way. So really, he has to stay in. If he gets out, that's it. Game over. Well, it's literally game over. We're already heading towards that. But this is a good shot from Rashid, is it? Is there a man there? No, there isn't. That's a really good shot from Al Rashid. Just pulls that towards Cal corner. I said you can bat a little bit. You can. He's pretty confident as well in his batting. He's quite funny. I do like Al Rashid. He's I think he fancies himself as a little bit of a bat, as do most tailenders, don't they? Let's be honest. Most tailenders definitely fancy themselves as a bat. They definitely do. Good pull shot though from Al Rashid, and he's looking pretty damn good as well. To be fair, well, early doors anyway, he's looking good. Start says Rashid 10 off 10, not bad. All those out. No, it's not. Drop short. Good shot. Straight to the man at a fine leg. So Tark says, not bad. Yeah, I agree. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. 2-3-1 for 7. And I don't know. Guys. It's a good shot from Sam Curran. I don't think there's anyone there. There isn't. There's no one at long off, and that'll be 4 runs. So that's a better shot. Hits it into the gap, right? Why do you need to go big like he tried to before? That's the best thing to do. Very clever batting from Sam Curran. Much better intelligence, I think, from the young man. 22 years of age, talented. Let's see how we can do. Let's see if you can at least run India close. There's a lot riding on him. There is. But, talented players and some of the best will rise up to the occasion. So this is his chance, I think. He just needs to try and make sure he's there till the end, and then just see. If they don't get it, they don't get it. But let's see. There's 15 overs left, right? And they need. Let's have a look. And they need 86. Sorry, no, they need 84. Am I crazy? No, sorry, they're 235. So they need 85 off 15. That's very doable. Very doable. 235. 7 off 35. She just knocks that into the leg side. And as I said, if these guys see them home, I think it would have been one of the best chases I've seen, actually, in terms of comeback chases. And that catch of Sam Curran, that drop even from Hardik Pandya, could bite them in the butt. And that would be kind of good to see, because it would just show the importance of fielding, and also that, you know what, England have capitalised on that drop and they've made it count. And that's what you need to do as a batsman once you get dropped. You need to think, okay, right, that's my life. I'm not going to get any more. I need to really, really now push on here and make it count. And that's what he needs to think. He's having a smile. I don't know why he's having a smile. You just dropped it. It's bad. Funny bunny. 235 for 7. I can't do my maths, actually. What am I talking about? I said something completely wrong, didn't I? Sorry, so it's 237. Sorry, they need 93 of the last 15, which is just over 6 and over. So, yeah, I mean, it's still doable. Still very doable. Shardul Thakur has been a very interesting, I think, addition to the Indian lineup, hasn't he? Just seems to pick up wickets almost out of nowhere at times. So he seems to have had Jos Buttler's number for quite a few of the matches, actually, especially trapping in LBW. He has that natural outswinger, but also will bowl kind of seam up into the pads. So he's not a bad bowler at all, is Shardul Thakur. He's it's funny because I thought he wasn't a very good player, like T20 wise. I thought he's not a good bowler. He's not good enough. I know he done pretty well in the test matches, and I thought, okay, maybe he can be back up there. But in the white ball stuff, I said, oh, I don't know. Is he going to be very good? But actually, he's performed well. He has. And I can't blame. You know what? Like, fair play to him. Fair play. He's proved me wrong. He really has. So Dark said Bairstow, he thinks, is the player that he was either surprised by or thought performed really well. He's been a standout for him. Let me know who else. I mean, obviously he scored the most runs, 219. KL Rahul is on 177. In terms of highest wicket takers, it's Shardul Thakur and Bhuvneshwar Kumar. So Dark says, I don't know why the Indians seem a bit low. Well, hold on. No, straight up in the air, it's going to be out. Oh, has it gone over the head? He's gone over his head. It's gone over the fielder's head. They don't have a long off for Adil Rashid, and he's managed to get it over mid-on even, sorry. And they've run 2 there. So good stuff from Adil Rashid. I like that. You know what? I don't know if they seem low. I think they're probably a bit disappointed with the drop. And when someone drops a catch, sometimes you can drop your head a little bit. As a fielding team, because you just think, oh no, but they shouldn't. I mean, they're good enough to not do that, so that shouldn't happen. 89 needed off 85 for England, so let's see what they can do. Was a bit shorter and flicked into the leg side. Good shot from Rashid. He looks pretty good here. So 88 needed, by the way, off 84 balls. So England just need to take this deep. And if a child was here, who's a very loyal and loyal subscriber, he would say take it deep, which is exactly what England need to do in this case. They need to just take it deep and just see what the equation is in the last kind of 5-6 overs. Run it close. Why not? Come on, let's see if we can get a close match here, because I've been wanting one. We've had one, I think, the whole tour. Let's get another one. Come on. Let's get another one. Guys in the chat as well, thanks very much for joining. Please do remember to like the video. read us help. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. 242 for 7 off 36 overs. Let's see how it goes. Looking forward to this a lot, actually. Looking forward to seeing how the rest of this match plays out, just because for Sam Curran, this could be a... Again, I don't know if he'd get into the side, even if he was to say score 100 here, but it would definitely be a coming of age for him in the sense that he would think to himself, and England will think, you know what, he can do a job here. And he's matured quite a bit, and we back him, and that, I think, is more important than anything going forward. So let's see, but I think that is super important for sure. Right, so 244 for 7, and Hardik Pandya's on at the moment. He's had a pretty decent time of it. I wouldn't say it's been amazing, but it's been pretty good. It's good to see him back bowling as well, because he just gives that extra option, doesn't he, to India, which they've missed in the first two ODIs where they haven't had him, and it's just meant they have to use 5 bowlers. And when Krunal Pandya, for example, was getting slapped around, and Kuldeep Yadav in the second and last and second ODI, they just didn't have that option, which was really disappointing. But yeah, they just couldn't go to anyone. I think they just didn't want to use Hardik Pandya. So Dark says that Kalen and Shikhar Dhawan did good in the ODIs, but Beresford dominated T20 and ODI equally. But yeah, I mean, to be honest, I'm just more asking about the ODIs in general, to be fair. Kind of setting that aside from the T20 series. As in, who do you think did well in the ODIs? I think KL Rahul and Shikhar Dhawan did well in the ODIs, but Beresford, obviously, I think he has scored the most runs in the ODIs. Rishabh Pant as well. I mean, he's come in for 2 ODIs. Both he scored 70 odd, hasn't he? Didn't play the first one because Shreyas Iyer was playing. So he's done very well. No, Surya Kumar didn't get a chance in the ODIs, even though I think a lot of people wanted him to. But he did quite well in the T20s as well. There's a lot of big standouts in the T20s, but I think in the ODIs, a lot of people definitely have performed well. But Bairstow, especially Bhuvneshwar Kumar, has been really good, I think, in the ODIs. Also the T20s as well, to be fair. As Sam Curran just hits that little bit of a outside edge straight to point. So Dark says Fazan, this match might go close. Let's see. I'm hoping it does, Dark. I really am. I'm hoping it goes close. I really am, but I'll just be surprised. Not a bad feeling. I just have a feeling that Sam Curran's going to lose his head a little bit on one shot, and the next thing you know, the game's over. But let's see. So far, he's done pretty well. 39-32. That's a good pull shot as well. That's going to be 4. Very good shot, and he edges closer to 50. He's 43 of 33. So this is much better stuff, and it's almost like adding insult to injury because Hardik Pandya dropped him, and now he's just gone for 16 off his over, and he's going to be really, really disappointed with that because Hardik Pandya is looking, he's not happy. Look at those pink sleeves. Very interesting. Not sure if I'm a fan of those. Sorry, he didn't go for 16. That's a lie. He went for less than that. 37 overs gone. 251 for 7. And Sam Curran, not a fan of Sam Curran's dyed hair. Very interesting haircut. But each to their own. He's young and free, I guess. 79 runs needed from 78 balls. And guys, thank you very much for tuning in. Please do remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much. Sam Curran has, so Tark rightly pointed out, I mean, he's making it look like they might have a chance here, which is really good. Adil Rashid has aptly aided Sam Curran so far. Charles says, "Hey, the game looks good, doesn't it?" Well, to be honest, if I'm being honest with you, Charles, I thought it was going to be game, set, and match. Really, I thought this is going to be another one-sided blowout. But Sam Curran, so Moin Ali helped, I guess, at the start, and then Sam Curran's carried on, and Abdul Rashid is proving a good foil here as well. He says lower order chases are always intriguing. 100% they are. They are, I think, because the expectations are not really there as well, which is why. So I think it's always good, and that's why sometimes you see some amazing ones. He says if Sam Curran wins it for England tonight, he'll certainly solidify his spot on the team. I don't think he will, Joel. I don't think he will. If you look at it realistically, right? If you look at it realistically from ODI standpoint, they'd bring in Wokes, and that's it. So if you bring in Wokes, Sam Curran, there's no space for him. Chris Wokes will definitely get the side. The ODI winning opens the bowling as well for England, and he can bat just as well as Sam Curran ODIs, if not better. So I think in ODIs, I don't think Sam Curran's got a chance. If everyone's fit, he's not in the side. I think they'd go with so they go Roy Bairstow, Root at 3, Ben Stokes maybe at 4, Morgan at 5, Butler at 6, or whatever if you want to switch it around, doesn't matter. 7, who have they gone with? They could go with Billings at 7, maybe. Moyne at 7, Wokes at 8, 9 they'd go Archer, 10 Wood, 11 Rashid. Done. And so who's going to replace? Who's Sam Curran going to replace? It's not going to be Moyne because he needs 2 spinners at the moment, as he showed his worth in this match in terms of bowling in tandem with Rashid, and he can bat as well, as we've seen. And I think Sam Curran doesn't give enough with the ball, and then if he's going to bat that low down as well, Wokes gives you that. So Wokes is a better version of Sam Curran at the moment. Sam Curran eventually will. He will replace Wokes basically. Would it be the World Cup 2023 potentially? But I think then or maybe just after that, when they have a kind of change of guard. But I think right now he is in that side just because when people are not available, he'll be in there because he's in and around the side. But I don't think you need to play a lot more innings like this or bowl a lot better to kind of solidify his position as that second all-rounder alongside Ben Stokes, because at the moment it's a seam all-rounder even. They've got Chris Wokes and Ben Stokes, and that's like their certains in the side. Especially because Wokes has a new ball, I think, with Archer, and he always had the new ball with Archer until he plays terribly, basically, which he hasn't done for a number of years. Very underrated ODI player, Chris Wokes. 253 for 7 off 38 overs. So very good over there from Sid. Very, very good. 77 from 72 needed. Guys, who's your money on? Let me know. Who is your money on? Let me know. I'm really interested to see what people think and whether people think actually England have got a chance there, because I think a child is saying that they might. So Dark is saying they might. So let me know what you guys think. Who's going to come out on top here? Because this is, just to reiterate, this is a decider for the series. Again, not the most important game in the world, but it's still, a good match between two very very awkward. They asked Dinesh Karthik about the Hardik Pandya drops, and he just kind of laughed up like which means that he doesn't want to talk about it because he's always a very good fielder. That's all I can say. I was like, silly man. Why didn't you just say they're poor drops? But he's a very, very good fielder, and you can tell he's not happy with himself. But it happens sometimes, and I'm sure it'll be something that probably won't happen again. Like that's all he has to say. But instead, he come on, man. Like have a bit of just say what you're thinking. Don't be scared that you're going to hurt someone's feelings. You wouldn't hurt his feelings. I think Hardik Pandya looks looks man enough to. He looks man enough to just say, you know what, I can take the criticism. I'm sure he wouldn't mind. Oh, that looks out. Oh, is it? It might be pitching outside leg. So that says my money is on Booby, literally. Yeah, fair enough. Literally, what have you actually put? No, you can't. You can't. Hey, it's like you are in India, no? We're in the US. Let me know, Satak. Are you in the US? I thought. Oh, we're going to review that. I think that's pitching outside leg. Charles says Woke seems more like an orthodox player who would do well in swinging conditions. Sam has a lot more franchise cricket under his belt, meaning he could be street smart, win for England after all. No, I disagree, Charles. I think he's a much. I think actually maybe outside England he's not seen as a particularly good player, but Woke's in these conditions bowling wise, he's got more pace than Sam Curran. He bowls very well cross seam with a new ball as well. And the thing is, you've got to remember, Charles, that he bowls with a new ball. So if you look at Bhuvneshwar Kumar, who's obviously, well, is he better than Chris Wokes in ODI conditions? Probably. But yeah, pitching outside leg, so poor review. But yeah, Chris Wokes is very good with the new ball with Jofra Archer, and he'll get the ball to move. Even in these conditions, he'll get the ball to swing with the white ball for a few overs, and he's a better bat. So there's no way. So franchise cricket, I understand what you're saying, Charles, but in ODI cricket, it wouldn't make a difference because Chris Wokes bats quickly and quick enough, and he is just a more solid player, just overall, bowling and batting. Like they won't go away from him unless he doesn't perform, which he has done for the past few years. He's one of the first team. He's one of the first names on the team sheet for England ODIs, and he showed that in the ODI in the World Cup, like how important he is. He is a really in Test matches not as much. Like I think as you said, a child like that's a good point. I think in Test matches he's very reliant on conditions, which is why he only really plays the home Test matches with the red ball. But white ball stuff, he's a really good player, especially in ODIs. He's very very important for England because if you don't open with him and Archer, as we've seen it, that's been missing in this series for England. Archer and Wokes opening up. If they have them, then you've got Wood after that as well, and you've got Rashid, and you've got Moyne, and you've got Stokes sorted. But Sam Curran will get into the side eventually as a regular. He will definitely. I'm just going to move. So 1 second. Oh, there might be a mix-up. There's not. 1 second. I'm just going to move rooms, but I'll still be on talking, so don't worry. Probably won't even notice it. Let me just move this back here. Rightio. 75 from 68. I mean, the run rate's gone up a little bit. They're eating up a few deliveries. So Bhuvneshwar Kumar's doing a good job keeping him quiet. That's a good shot, but only be one. Outside edge kind of from Sam Curran there. And runs away to third man. Right. Oh my. Yeah, Charles says I have a completely different understanding of Wokes. I've known him to be a very good Test match bowling all-rounder and an average limited overs player. This is learning for me. Yeah, so he's a very average. He's an average T20 player, I would say potentially. He hasn't had many chances, but ODIs he's quality. Very very good, Charles. He was integral to the World Cup win. Again, he's in home conditions, so it helps slightly, but he's been very good in other conditions as well, just opening the bowling, gets the ball to move. Even in these conditions, he would have, as we've seen, like Bhuvneshwar Kumar will be able to do. He's like a worse version of Bhuvneshwar Kumar, but good enough, right? And he can bat. So that's kind of what you're dealing with. So that's not a bad combination to have, is it? So yeah, really good player, very underrated, and to be fair, he's been underrated here in the UK as well, Charles. So it's not even just you, but it's just people that really know their cricket and have followed English cricket for quite a long time, and kind of don't just look at it from a sense of, okay, this guy hits sixes or this guy gets wickets. If you just look at what Woakes brings to the team, like he's a really vital cog in that England ODI team. And they missed him a lot, you know. They rested him, and which is fine, but he hasn't really played any cricket. So, was it out? What a catch! That's a really good catch from Virat Kohli. I think that might be game. Well, that is going to be game over. I think only 2 wickets remaining. Sam Curran is still in. He'll probably get his 50s, 47 or 41. But they've got Wood and they've got Topley, and it's disappointing because if Rashid had stayed in, it's tough to expect him to do so. But if he had, wow. Shardul Thakur again. Let's have a look. Or Rashid just fending it off. Let's have a look. Oh, it's a very good catch. One-handed by Virat Kohli. Did you know that probably before this catch, he dropped the most number of catches of Virat Kohli in ODIs, I think, or white ball cricket, or something ridiculous. Like he dropped the most number of catches, which is crazy to think because he's such a good fielder. And you wouldn't expect it, would you? Very good catch from Virat Kohli. One-handed, left down to his left. Very, very good catch, and yeah, really good stuff from him, man. I mean, he's a very good fielder, which is why I was so surprised about that stat. I think it was. Let me have a look actually exactly at what the stat was. I think it was something crazy that I saw and I was like, really? It's because he dropped a couple, I think, in the T20s, and I saw him drop a couple in, I think, Australia, and the stat came up, and I was like, this can't be right, but it was. So hold on. No, sorry, it's in T20s. Virat Kohli has dropped 8 catches in men's T20 international since the start of 2019, the most recorded by any fielder from a test play. Yeah, surprising. Very surprising, but tell you what, that's a damn good catch, and that's probably game, set, and match. I tell you that now. Game, set, and match. 258 for 8, and I know what you guys think, but I reckon it must be game over. Surely, no one believes that England have got a chance now, unless Sam Curran completely hogs the strike and goes ballistic in like 3 overs, or 3 overs and just goes crazy. Maybe. Otherwise, I don't think so. Absolutely crazy stuff, though. It's been slightly disappointing from. Not slightly, it's been very disappointing. It really has. Because I think England have just. It just shows, right? They started off so well, again, at a good run rate. And if you look at the equation, it's not terrible, but it's the wickets in hand. And it's been some soft dismissals. It's not necessarily people swinging from the hip. It's dismissals where like full tosses, etc., which like you could be putting away. It's actually shots where they should have got boundaries off, but they haven't managed to, which is crazy to think about because normally they're so good at hitting boundaries, England, and it's actually they try and play an aggressive shot when they shouldn't. But in these cases, it's been like for example, Livingston really tame, caught and bowled off full toss straight back to Shardul Thakur. Ben Stokes hitting off waist high full toss straight to the man at deep mid wicket. Milan hitting a short ball, pulling it to the fielder. Again, like just square leg, I think it was, which is quite, again, disappointing. A few technical deficiencies with a couple of the players. Butler's had that LBW issue throughout the whole series, just falling over a little bit, which is a little bit disappointing as well from him because he's very talented, and I think it shows a little bit of, well, it just shows a technical deficiency, really. It really does, and I think he could be a lot better in how he plays. Like he shouldn't really be getting out like that. To me, it means that there's something wrong in his technique. But yeah. Let's have a look. Come on. Oh, good shot. Down to Demon wicket. Come on then, England. Let's do something. See what you got. Oh, yeah, see, they've got Mark Wood is in now, and he's going to be thinking, what am I supposed to do? And I think really he's just going to have to, I don't know. And Charles says, remember Liam Plunkett's magnificent batting last ball 6 against Sri Lanka in 2016? Sri Lanka chasing down Australia at the MCG in 2010. Matthews and Malinga heroics. I'm telling you this game. But Charles, Angelo Matthews, the quality, and Liam Plunkett, he can hit. Like I've seen him for a number of years. Mark Wood can't hit. He can't hit. He can't bat. He'll get cleaned up at some point. The only thing that actually to be fair, he can't hit. So the only thing he can do is soak up some of the strike and then try and rotate it and just give Sam as much of the strike as he can. And now Sam Curran will probably have next. He'll probably have the next over. So he'll have 5. He'll probably have 5 of the balls, and he just has to make sure he gets a single for last. Oh, come on, mate. Let's see what Sam can do. Mark Wood is just soaking up deliveries here, but look, he needs to do it. Hmm. 260 for 8. Let's have a look. 261. 261 for 8 of 41 overs. Let's have a look. Last ball of the over. Oh, Sam Curran. Oh, come on. See, okay, so this is what's really poor. They've run a single, and Sam Curran, he's got to get a single off this last ball to make sure that he stays on strike. Instead, he hits it straight to the fielder, and then now Mark Wood has to face the first ball of the over. Come on, man. Poor. Charles says Matthews is literally like a like-for-like swap with Sam Curran and Malinga for Wood. Never say never. No, Andrew Matthews is a lot better than Sam Curran. A lot better. But I get what you mean. I see what you mean though in terms of like the similarity. I definitely see it. It makes a lot of sense. 261 for 8 off 41. 9 overs remaining. 69 needed. I don't know, man. It's just crazy. Let's have a look. 261 for 8, and they've got Natarajan's back on. He's going to be bowling some Cryptic says, I asked Usher to invite you to the stream, but you're streaming as well, so it wouldn't make sense. Thank you, Cryptic. No, I appreciate it. Yeah, I think Usher is streaming as well, so it's fun. Cryptic says, impossible England to win. I don't know, man. Maybe. But let's see, man. Let's see. Right. Let's see if England can do what Charles was saying. I think it's going to be very hard, but Sam Kerr now has a strike. He's got Mark Wood did his job. He got off strike, first ball single. That's a full toss, and they need to run two there if they can. They didn't push for it at all. That's a 50 for Sam Kerr, and they're very good 50 to be fair. Quite impressive. First of his ODI career, he averaged I think like 7. I think coming into this. So as I said, I think that quite reflected his ability. Guys in the chat as well, thank you very much for joining. Please remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you very much. But yeah, I mean, he's been good, man. He's been good, Sam Kerr, and I think it's been a very good knock. But as I said to Charles, I don't think one knock consolidates your place in a team. But what I would say is that it'll definitely help his case. It's good fielding there from KL Rahul, stopping that. And that will be... That's actually a good shot from Mark Wood. That was actually... Let's have a look. I want to see that. Have a look at that shot, because that was a good one. There's a cover drive, I think, actually, from Mark Wood, which is pretty surprising. I didn't think he could bat at all, but showed a little bit of batsmanship there, which is nice to see. Good timing as well. Mark Wood's like, yes, mate, good one. Come on, let's go get this score. No, he doesn't speak like that, but he does have a northern accent. 5 off 9 for Mark Wood, and there's 2 balls left in the over. What does Sam Kerr say? Does he say get a single, then I'll get another single? Does he say just stay on strike and then I can have the next 6 in the second over to look at, or next 5 and then rotate? 65 needed off 50. It's still doable. It's very doable, but Sam Kerr will need to. It's all on him, really. Okay, Mark Wood top edges that. That goes for 6. Oh, it's 4. It's 4. Okay, God, that would have been hilarious for 6. But it's 4. But even then, runs, man. Runs. 269 for 8 and off 41.5 overs. And Natarajan, he'll be disappointed because he's hoping that Mark Wood's hitting that straight up in the air and it's getting caught. But instead, it's run away for 4. So he'll be disappointed for sure. Happens there, doesn't it? Happens. It's all right. Ravi Shashi's like, what's he doing? What's he doing? He's probably thinking he should bowl Yorker. But let's have a look. I think Yorker will come up. Yeah, he tries it. But it's leg side. It's going down leg side. So they won't be appealing for that one, but much better. It's 269 for 8. So now Sam Kerr's on strike, which is perfect as well. And Mark would have got some runs. So, 8 off that over, which is what they need. 269 for 8 off 42. Let me update the scoreboard as well. Thank you guys for joining. Please remember to like the video. It really does help. I know I keep saying it, but it does. It really does help. Please do it. And subscribe. Thank you, all legends. I was showing the little bit of advertising for T20 Blast, which, for anyone that doesn't know, is the English domestic T20 tournament. It's not a franchise like the PSL, IPL, BBL, etc. BPL. It's a domestic tournament similar to the tournaments that you'd have in other countries. However, the difference is that you can have an overseas. I think you can have 2. I think actually is it 2? I think it's 1 overseas actually, potentially 2 in your team for that tournament. So like Aaron Finch played for Surrey. Hashim Amla played last year. So yeah, you'll get some good players, some really good players coming in. But obviously, it's not like a massive amount. Charles says 61 from 8 overs needed. Come on, England. Yeah. Crazy to think, right? Crazy to think. Let's see whether England can pull off what would be an incredible victory, like genuinely an incredible victory. It really would be. 61 from 47 needed, and I'll tell you what, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. Let's have a look. Oh, I'm just going to shut my door 1 second. Sam Curran's been really good, though, I think. And as Charles said, I think, look, I mean, and as I've said, I don't think it will consolidate his position, but I think it will definitely help his cause because he had a really poor T20 series and he's had a pretty poor ODI series apart from this knock. He hasn't bowled particularly well, really, throughout and hasn't batted particularly well. He hasn't had too many chances with the bat in the ODI series, if any. So I think he had one chance in the first one. Now he's had one here. So that's good, at least, for him. And it's good experience. He's only 22. He's got lots of years left ahead of him. So that's good for him as well. Let's see if he can, I guess, bring home what would be a very, very impressive comeback victory for England. I mean, 269 for 8, then he's 61 of 44. It's really all on him. Mark Wood has been pretty good. I mean, 9 or 12, man. That's not bad from your number 10. If he can just stay in, Sam Curran, he'll need to start motoring now. I mean, 50 or 49. He's got to go a bit quickly here. He needs to hit those boundaries. You can't expect Mark Wood to do it. Let's see if he can step up. That will be, so he's just flick that low full toss into the leg side for a single. And that's not bad, though, because only one ball left in the over. So it'll mean that he'll keep the strike most likely, as Mark Wood will face the last ball. And yeah, let's see how he does. Mark Wood, I'm hoping he can stay till the end, Mark Wood. At least stay there as long as Sam Curran's there anyway. Make it interesting. Achal is very optimistic. I'm not as much optimistic about England's chances, but at least England are trying to take this deep. And I think, Achal, you say this a lot. You say, look, sometimes at this point, you just need to take the game deep and see what the equation is and go from there. And I think there's a little bit of an element to that with England at the moment. It's 270 for 8. So only one run off it. So that's a really, really good over from Bhuvneshwar Kumar at this point in the match. 7 overs left. And yeah, 63 needed now. This is... Well, sorry, they need 60 even off the last 7. This is now going to be pretty tough, 60 or 42. So they will have to start going a bit quicker. They don't want to make it too hard for themselves. Charlotte Darker, just looking at the bowling figures, has been a standout for wickets, actually. And it's funny because a couple of you guys were saying that he's pretty impressive in the middle overs, or he has impressed in the middle overs, picking up vital wickets. And that's a big shot from Sam Curran. I think that's going to be 6. That's a huge 6 over long on. He just dispatches Natarajan, who misses his Yorker, and it goes into Sam Curran's arc. It's a half volley. He just puts it away over long on. That's a big shot. It's a very cleanly hit 6, and it's actually a cross seam Yorker he's tried to go for, and unfortunately he misses it completely, and it's just put away for 6. Really good shot from Sam Curran. 92 meters long, that one. So really, really good. It's actually not on the slot. It's actually not on the slot, or the slot as Sky call it. It actually was a bit fuller, but he missed it. He missed that Yorker end. It's a short extension from Sam Curran and just pings it. Just pings it for 6. Really good shot from Sam Curran. Let's see what he can do. Let's see what he can do. 57 from 41, 51 needed even. So let's see. 276 for 8. Oh, good Yorker again though. Just hits it too long off. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. A challenge says this game is exactly what PR agencies advertised for all throughout this tour. Two counter-attacking teams head on. To be honest, this game didn't look dull ever since ball one. Yeah, I agree. I think it's been pretty good. I mean, it looked like it might peter away when England lost those wickets, and I thought actually it might be game over. But to be fair, Sam Curran's come back and he's made it more interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to say it's competitive yet because there's still a long way to go. But 53 from 38. I mean, if they can take it deep with even 4 overs to spare, then I'll say it's competitive. And if they win it, then yeah, of course you can say. If India win it, then I'll say I'm probably expecting it, but it's still competitive. But yeah, I agree with you, Char. I think, as I said, and I keep on saying it, only one competitive match. And when I say competitive, I just mean a match which hasn't been one-sided. We've had a lot of one-sided matches in this tour, whether it's been England winning or India winning. But this looks like it might be another more evenly matched contest, which is good to see, and that's what we want to see. We want to see two of, well, ranked anyway, the two best white ball sides in the world going at it hammer and tongs, and actually you don't know which way it's going to go. That's the beauty of cricket, and that's the beauty of good cricket, and where people are actually competing at a high level and really knocking heads, which is what seems to be happening here. A bit of resistance from England, which is good to see. Which says, I meant the style of cricket has been really aggressive, especially from India. This isn't yet competitive. I agree. Yeah, really, really well said. Really well said, John. I agree. It's 279 for 8. That's a good over for England, 9 off it, but they need more overs like that. 279 for 8 or 44. 51 from 36 needed. He said, I meant, yeah, I think India have been more aggressive, which has been good to see. So, yeah. Let's have a look. 279 for 8 of 44. 6 overs remaining. 51 needed. What do we got? What do we guys think? I think it's going to be a tough ask, but they've got this far. Maybe. I'll tell you what, if you're a betting man, which obviously I'm not, and I guess you guys in India aren't because you can't, you might be saying put some money on it now for an England win and you probably get really good odds, but I'd assume anyway. Again, I don't really know that much about betting, so I don't know what I'm talking about it. But yeah, 279 for 8. What is 10 or 14? That's a really valuable 10 or 14, by the way. That will, if they win this, I mean, the scorecard won't reflect how important that knock is, but it has been a very important knock in the, well, just in the scheme of the game. Sam Curran 59, 55. Again, of course, we know how impressive he's been. And again, if he can take them home, unbelievable. 51 runs still needed, though. So there's still quite a few runs needed here. Who's going to get them? It's going to have to be him, I think. Pulls it away into leg side. And, he tells him not to run. What's he doing? Oh, no. What's he doing? What? Crazy. What's he doing? Let's have a look. Oh, silly boy, though. But so Sam Curran starts running and then tells Monkwood to go back. But he said it so casually, he didn't even run him out. He's got to be careful there. Like, you can't just be. He's like, come on, mate. Like, you got to be clever about this. Come on. He's got this far, Sam Curran. I'm backing you now. Come on, you can do it. Let's have a look here. Oh. Oh, good. No run. Sam Curran he's sweating like mad. His arms are so shiny. Charles, it's really annoying when broadcasters are talking about the IPL sorts right in the middle of a very exciting international game. This is why Fazan rocks. Thanks, Ajay. I appreciate it. Yeah, I try and keep it relevant. I mean, I don't mind talking about other cricket, but I try and keep it relevant. I mean, at the end of the day, this is a live stream for India versus England, so try and keep it relevant to what we're talking about if I can. Sometimes it gets difficult if people are going off on the chat, but I always try and answer questions. But yeah, thank you, I appreciate it. 279 for 8 here. No runs from this over so far. It's been a very good over so far from Shardul Thakur. He's been very good at the death, hasn't he? And Sam Curran this time hits it straight to cover. Oh my god! And they run a single. They nicked a single there. That's an interesting one. They nicked a single, and it's a bit of there's a bit of cat and mouse. But that's a good single. They needed that because I think they just need to get going. They can't play out a maiden right at this point in the match. There's a good little off cutter there from Shardul Thakur. Digs into the surface as well, just kind of skidded on. Nice little delivery from him as well. Mm, 10 off 14. 33 balls remaining. Don't know. Thing is, this could be over in like an over because you could just have 2 wickets and that's it. I think that's why a lot of people probably wouldn't be backing England at this point, which is fair enough. But I don't know. Sam Curran, he's slowed down a little bit, which is a bit worrying for me. It's a good shot from Markwood though. He's off the back foot and just full face of the bat. I think they'll pick up 2. Yes, they do pick up 2. They will pick up 2 there. And Markwood has actually been a lot better than I thought. And when I say a lot better, like don't expect if you're not watching it to see him, pull off a batting masterclass. I just mean, as in hitting the middle of the bat and actually managing to get the ball for square. And I didn't really expect him to have any batting prowess whatsoever because I've just never seen it before. So to see him actually apply himself in the way that he's doing is good to see, just because they need it at this point. Good little tail end batting from him, 12 or 15, which is really important at this stage. Sam Curran is off strike. Marco tries to swing that into the offside, but it's an inside edge. I think they'll be looking for a boundary or a dot here, England, so that Sam Curran can stay on strike. But he hasn't actually hit many boundaries recently. I'd like to see the stat for when the last boundary was scored, actually, because I think it's been a few overs now. A good over from Bhuvneshwar Kumar and then one from Shardul Thakur here. Ooh. Charles says, I'm in the middle of a jungle right now. Oh, wow, nice. This has got no option but to hear Stars Hindi commentary is totally meme worthy. Lol. Very good. Very good. Yeah, commentary can be interesting at times. Sometimes it's very good. It's luck of the draw, isn't it? That's a very good over, by the way, from Shardul Thakur. Only 3 runs off the over, which is very, very good at this stage of the match. 48 needed from 5 overs, so it's tough. It's very, very tough. They need to go at 9.5 and over. They need a big over, one where they can get maybe 12 off it, and just to help them out, so that it kind of eases the equation a little bit, because otherwise it'll get tough if they end up needing 12, 13 off the last 2 overs. Satar says, this is exactly what I wanted. Yeah, I think Satar, it looks, fingers crossed, it looks like it might be competitive. I'm hoping that it's going to be competitive. So let's see, right? I'm wary of saying that it is competitive yet, because it's still in a position where England are still very, very kind of against. Well, the chances of them winning this are just still very slim, I think. But It's shaping up to be very interesting. So Dart says, listen, 2-6. I think he means 2 6s. Yeah, 2 6s and England are back in. That's true. That's true. Good point. But the problem I have, sometimes I don't remember the last 6 that was hit. To be fair, it's been quite a few overs. That's my issue. I think is Sam Curran is just. I think he's being slightly more cautious because he knows there's more value on his wicket. What it's meant, obviously, is that he's tried to rotate the strike, but he's had to eat up some dot balls if he doesn't want Markwood to be on strike as well. And then he's also hit. He hasn't hit too many boundaries recently. Let's see what risk he takes because you have to take it at some point. And let's see whether they're the right risks as Hardik Pandya is back on. So this is going to be an interesting phase now of this match. He goes full and Sam Curran swings it away into the leg side. They don't run. I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure whether they should or shouldn't be running there. Part of me thinks it's a good idea for them not to because Sam Curran probably has more boundary hitting ability, but then I'm also thinking Mark Wood looks like he's actually able to rotate the strike. So if they hit a single, is that not better than potentially a dot and then a single, or a dot and a dot, like two back-to-back dots? Let's see. Let's see whether it's the right decision or not. Or it's a bigger. No, it's not. Is it? Is it straight to the fielder? Oh, dives and just in front of the fielder. So Dark says Sam Curran should rotate once he gets 2 4s, which he might get in the over. Yeah. That's the ideal scenario, isn't it? You hit 2 4s and a couple of singles, and that's it. And a single, and that's it. You got 9 off the over. Ajal says exactly so dark. It's still England's game. Ajal says exactly so dark. It's still England's game, except for the wickets in hand. But the wickets in hand are huge. Ajal says it's not England's game, is it? But yeah, apart from the wickets in hand, it probably is England's game. But yeah, the wickets in hand is a huge factor. That's the issue, isn't it? That's the issue. But yeah, I mean, India's still in the driving seat, I would say. I just think I've been a bit worried by the lack of boundaries, but let's see if Sam Curran can turn it on now. He tries to. Oh, he's got lucky there. He tried to go big, and it's one bounce to the field, and he doesn't run. This is what I mean. It's going to be nip and tuck here. It's going to be nip and tuck. 3 balls gone. I think it's only 2 from it so far from this over. They need runs. They need runs desperately. It's 46 needed off 27. Got to go, man. They've got to go. Sam Curran 62 or 61. He can't. I mean, if he gets below that runner ball mark, then you know that he's not doing a. Here you go. A shorter pulled away from Sam Curran and straight to the field. Come on. And he's not going to run that either. Come on. Then you just got to run. Like you can't. It's been 3 balls where he hasn't run. He surely needs to think to himself, maybe I should have run one of those, and then Mark Woods can rotate it at some point. He hasn't hit a boundary yet, so to me it just seems silly. Usher says, great job. So says, Charlie, I've seen Sam Curran bat for CSK. He is unstoppable if he gets some pace. But Satak, what you got to remember, Satak, is that it's a different format and different level. Like it's the IPL, and also the level of bowlers are probably slightly worse as well. I just think different scenarios as well. Opening the batting is very different to finishing off an innings with a tail. That's what you've got to remember as well. So there's the 2 scenarios are very, very different. Very, very different. So Dark says he needs to show some faith in Wood. Yeah, I agree. He needs to show some faith in Wood. I think he has to at this point. Like you have to. You need all the runs you can get. And Wood has showed that he's pretty capable, 12 or 17. So why not? Charles says that's why English take it deep. Take it to the last 12 to 15 balls and see what happens. So Charles says he can rotate. Let's have. Hold on. That's a big one. That's what we need. That's what I think. That's 6. I think it's 6, or is it 4? Let's have a look. That's 4. It's 4. Okay. Just flicks it away. It's a very full delivery from Hardik Pandya. Good little flick. Very good timing from Sam Curran there. Actually, it's almost like a shovel shot. One bounce for over the square leg boundary. Very, very good stuff from him. I need another one though. Need another one. Need another one in the over. So he's just going to have to go for it. I know it sounds crazy, but back-to-back boundaries. Here we come. Even if he slashes at it, I know he might get out, but it doesn't matter. All he does is it's going to be out. It's going to be out. It is. Oh, it drops. Oh, it drops safe. He's a lucky boy. It doesn't matter. Fortune favors the brave, I guess. At this point in time. This is interesting to say the least. 4 overs left. Let me update this. Only 7 from that last over. So not terrible, but not great either, to be fair. 41 needed now after the last 4. So the run rate's gone over 10 and over. Let's have a look. Charles says, "Oh my god, I had my heart in my mouth, literally." Yeah, exactly. Charles, well, you said you're in the jungle. Whereabouts in the jungle are you? That's crazy that you're in the jungle, by the way. Okay. $291 for 8 of 46.1 overs. What are we thinking, guys? What are we thinking? I just think, I don't know. I've got a feeling that they might get to the end, but they're going to be short. Don't know. I don't know. Although that's 4 runs. That's good shot. It's a low full toss though. Bad bowling. Misses his Yorker. Sam Curran makes him pay. Crashes it into the extra cover boundary. 73 off 66. This is much better. 2 and 4 of the first 2 balls. That's what he needs to be doing now. He needs to go in the same vein for the rest of this over. Make it easy for yourself. Don't make it hard for yourself. Let's see if he can do it. Come on. Come on, Sammy boy. Just thinking, can he do it? And I reckon... don't know, man. I don't want to say he can, but I just don't know. I just don't know. Oh, good cut shot, but only a single. The drop catch right from Hardik Pandya, that could bite them in the butt. It really could, couldn't it? It really could. Oh, freak out. It's a 6. That's a big one as well, by the way. That's a big, big 6. He's flat batted it over long on for 6. Big one. Big one, boy. This is going to be very tasty now, I think. This is getting interesting. It's a slow ball. It's an off cutter. He just missed his. He just missed it the length a little bit there. Ping to that really. But 6 is a big one. It's a big one, as I said. Really good stuff, man. Really good stuff from Charles says the Gear Force only place in the world where you can see the Asiatic lion. That's cool. Charles, if you see it, you better take some pictures, man. It's 301 for 8, by the way. 29 or 20 needed. Always is looking pretty doable now. 12 of the first first 4 deliveries. Oh, it's good building. They should run 2. They should. Yes, they do. That won't be out. That won't be out. Charles says, Fazan, I'm pretty sure Wokes must be eating his nails right now. No, it's just one innings, a job. But yeah, no, I know what you mean. I know what you mean. I know what you mean. 27 off 19 needed. No, actually, no, it won't be 27. It should be 25. They haven't updated it. No. Sorry, they are right. 27 off 19. It was 29 off 20 before. Oh, he's okay. He's alright. He's alright. Okie dokes. YTO. 81 off 69, man. I mean, this has been a quality innings by. It's been a fantastic innings from Sam Curran. It really has been. Oh, here we go. Is that 6 or is that caught? Let's have a look. There's a man. Oh, he splits the fielders for 4. And Charlotte Tucker looks like he's about to cry. He looks like he's like, what? Why? He's like, why me? Why me? He's like, why has he targeted me? It's 307 for 8, and that's a big over. I mean, oh mate, 18 off it. I think it is. That was 18 off it. Really big over. I tell you what, England are looking in a pretty good space, and I think I can finally say it. Even if they lose from here, this has been a competitive match, and I'm bloody happy about it. That's what I'm going to say. Because, yeah, just could have been crazy. Could have been crazy. Squeaky bum time. Here we go. Oh, I just don't know what's going to happen. It's crazy. Crazy, boys. Oh, come on. What's going to happen? Who knows? Oh. Chances England to win this. Oh, 23 of 18 needed. Let's see. Charles says, unbelievable. Oh my God, Sammy boy. Come with the moment, come with the man. Barmy Army, better have a Sam Curran dedicated song now. Charles, there's still a long way to go yet. Don't get ahead of yourself. So Ty says, what a nail bite. I want Sam to get a century now. Yeah, why not, man? Why not? And it'll be like unbelievable, right? Unbelievable. Really good so far from him. Let's see. Oh, good shot from Mark Wood. Right. Oh, it's just a single, but he's timed that really well, by the way. Just to say. Yeah, fantastic shot from Mark Wood. Impressed by that. Very impressive. Let's have a look now. I'm just interested to see what. I'm interested to see what these guys do. Like Sam Curran, he's 22 or 17, right? He doesn't really need to go super big here. So if I was him, I wouldn't be trying to hit 6 unless it's really in the slot. I wouldn't be. I would be looking to go 4 along the floor, and that's what he's tried to do. I wouldn't be looking to it in the air. I just think it's too dangerous now, and there's you don't need to really take that risk now because they're in a pretty decent position. Are they? Yeah, I think so. I would say so. Yeah. Let's have a look. Oh, mate, this is just going to go down to the. It's going to go down to the wire, isn't it? It's going to go down to the wire. It's going to be crazy. Oh. Come on. Oh, it's a wide. It's a wide. It's not good bowling. Come on, Bhuvneshwar Kumar, you're better than this. Charles says, look, I'll be mad if Sam Curran throws his wicket away now. This is a must-win equation. 22 from 17 is peanuts. Yeah, I agree. I think the only way that he shouldn't go, shouldn't get out is if is if don't get out, man. Don't get out. Don't get out. $310 for 8 of 47.2 overs. And Sam Curran is 85 of 71, by the way. This has been a very good over, even though it's been 2 wides, 2 dot balls, and only a single. Sam Curran, I know that the equations got easier, as Charles said, but he's still need to be rotating the strike, and Sam Curran's now starting to eat up deliveries. This is going to be damn tough. Pramod Rathore says India wins. Okay, fair enough. Pramod, thank you very much for joining. Guys in the chat, please do remember to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much for joining. Really appreciate it. You're all legends as well. Let's see how this goes. It's squeaky bum time. Balls flat batted that in the air. That's that's really well fielded from Hardik Pandya. Really well fielded. It's only a single. Charles says, Siddharth, can Bhuvi save India? Siddharth says he's feeling the pressure. He is feeling the pressure, I think. I think he is. I think he is. 311 for 8. 19 of 14 needed. They should do this. They should do this pretty easily. But they're making a meal out of this. That's not. What are you giving out? That's not out. That's going down leg side. What's he doing? Crazy. How is that out? That's not out. That's not out, I don't think. You know that. I thought I was going down leg. Let's have a look. I bet it's going to be umpire's call. I know it's... Oh, it's him on the back leg, actually. That's probably going to be out. Only height will save him, probably. But umpire's call, probably, most likely. The doctor says, look, everyone assumed India was going to lose this because we were 30 short. This match has been a boxing match. I didn't assume, actually. I didn't assume. I thought England would have a decent chance just because of their batting lineup, but I knew that they'd have to, start off very well as they did in the previous match. Like, if they didn't, and as soon as they lost the first two, the openers, I just thought it's going to be really, really hard. I didn't think they'd do it. Original decision's out. It looks like it. Let's have a look. Charles says, if I was sitting where Chahal is with Ravi Shastri over my head, I could be contemplating all my life choice. Hold on, let's have a look. That should be going over, I think. It's missing the wicket. That's a big, big decision. And it's just missing by about that much. It's about this much. Oh my God, this much. Oh my God. Carnage. Absolute carnage. Oh. The ball is missing the stumps by about, I'm not joking, if you can see me, about this much. I think it's almost, oh mate, that's so close to being umpire's call. That's a huge moment potentially. Charles says, if I was sitting where Chahal is with Ravi Shastri over my head, I could be contemplating all my life choices. This isn't a man I'd want to be anywhere near. Fair enough. Charles says, that's not out, should go over the stumps. It did. So Tark says, Shastri will be drinking throughout the IPL if India loses. Typical Shastri. Guys in the chat as well, thank you very much for joining. Please remember to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much. It really, really does help. 19 of 13 needed. Mate, let's go. Let's go. Come on. What can happen here? Oh, dot ball. 19 of the last 2. That's tough now, you know that. They've made it really tough for themselves. Only 4 off that over. They've now made it very, very tough for themselves, England, because Sam Curran will have to do it on his own. I mean, a lot of people will still back him, but I don't know, man. I don't know. He's gonna have to hit boundaries. He has to hit boundaries. And Bhuvnesh Kumar's still got an over left, I think. So it's tough. This is nip and tuck. The thing is, this is what England have had, though, right? In the white ball stuff, a very long time, a very, very long time. Eight overs, 0 maidens, 43 runs for Hardik Pandya. Is he coming back on? He is. So actually, no, sorry, Bhuvnesh Kumar's been bowled out. So is Shardul Thakur. So I think India, they tried to go for the kill straight away, and they just thought if we can pick up a wicket, go with our strike bowlers, then obviously we don't need them in the last couple of overs. But what's happened is England have weathered that. They've got Hardik Pandya now who'll bowl 1, and most likely I think Natarajan will bowl the last over. Natarajan can bowl a wide here or there and can be a little bit. He hasn't bowled to his the best I've seen him. Hardik Pandya as well can be a little bit loose, but again is pretty accurate at most times. Let's see, man. Let's see. Charles says tomorrow's headlines: India lost the match by 0.5 millimeters. Let's have a look. Oh my god, that was so close. It's literally almost kissing. The ball's almost kissing the bail. That's how close it is. Crazy. Absolutely crazy stuff. But you know, look, if it's not out, it's not out, right? I mean, huh? Why is Kohli he does annoy me. Why is he having a chat to Mark Wood? Relax, man. Come on. Relax. You guys can still win this. I reckon India 19 or 12. What do you guys think? What do we think? Come on, you have to can't sit on the fence. I'm gonna go. I want England to win, but I think England are gonna win this. I just have a feeling. I've got a bad feeling. I'm not a bad feeling in the sense that I don't think Sam Curran's gonna get them over the line, which I hope he does. I hope he does. It'll be a great victory. Let's see. 2 overs left, 19 or 12 needed. It'll be great. I'm being a bit pessimistic, aren't I? As Hardik Pandya runs in here. Oh, he follows Sam Curran. Very good bowling. Sam Curran goes very leg side of the ball and obviously trying to open up that offside, and Hardik Pandya just follows him, bowls straight into him and cramps him for room. Really impressive stuff from Hardik Pandya. So Tark says, who is bowling the last over? So I think it will be Natarajan, because Bhuvnesh Kumar and Shardul Thakur have been bowled out. So they've got Prasidh or they've got Krunal Pandya, which they won't do. I don't know, go Prasidh either. Natarajan, right? Surely, because he bowls Yorkers and he's seen as a death bowler. So I'm assuming they're going to go Natarajan, and they're backing him to do it coming in. So I mean, he could get a. Oh man, let's see. Charles says, Sultak, if that's the case, Nike would have a hard job finding him a t-shirt to keep his tummy in. Typical hashtag, typical Shastris things. So that's, oh my god, we're going to screw up in the 50th. I don't know, man. I don't know. Hardik Pandya could make it very hard. Oh, 2 dot balls in a row. Come on. Oh, that's bad fielding. Bad fielding back of point. He's let it go for some reason almost, and it's a single. Bizarre. Did he do that on purpose? I don't know. I don't think he did. Interesting. Let's have a look, guys. Well, thank you very much for joining. Please remember to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much. 18 of 10 now needed. Let's have a look. Oh my god, that's terrible fielding from Prasidh. What's going on? And Virat Kohli's put his hands up and said, "What the hell?" And I think that's rightly so, because that's a shocker. That's really, really lax by Prasidh. Guys in the chat as well, please remember to like the video. Thank you very much. And subscribe. Thank you very much. Hardik Pandya now. 4 balls left in the over. 18 of 10 needed. You're going to need a boundary. That's what I'm going to say. They need it. They need it quickly. They need 1 from this over at least. At least 1. to have a chance. Otherwise, it's just going to be really, really tough for them. It's going to be really, really tough for them otherwise. Rightio. 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 312 for 8. 49.2 overs gone. Wood is 13 off 20. Sam Curran is 87 off 75. And I would say that show up in here. That's probably going to be out. Oh, it is going to be out. Oh, it's a draw. What a drop! Shardot Tucker. Oh my days. What is going on with India's fielding? That's 3 really easy drops. That's like vintage drops. I know he's a bad fielder, Shardot Tucker, but that is a shocker. Oh my god. What the hell? That's an easy one. That's an easy one. Oh, mate. Oh, mate. Oh, what is going on? What is he doing? Oh, my days. Oh, hold on. Oh, no, Sam Curran. Is that 6 or is that out? Let's have a look. That's out. Oh, he dropped it. That's 2 drops in. What is going on? What's going on? Oh my god. Oh, that's a hard one, I think. I think that's a hard one. I think that's a hard one. He's oh my god. The thought says Harding's arguing with Kohli. He's oh my god, this is why people shouldn't drink before the game with Justin Butterfingers to call. Oh my god, since it's that twice. I think that's a hard one. I think that's a hard one to be fair, to Natarajan. But the Shardot Thakur one was flipping easy. That was easy as heck. Let's have a look at the replay. Come on. That I cannot believe what I'm watching here. Seriously, this is just carnage. This is like pressure, right? Let's have a look. Oh, actually, no, it's quite easy. I say it's easy. It's not super easy, but you should be catching it at this level. We've got 2 hands to it. Carnage. Charles says, WTF, another drop. That's not a bar of soap. So this is hilarious. It is, because they might still win it as well, because England's still only 15 off 8 as well. Like, it's just carnage. They're only running singles from it, right? But it's just like what's going on? Let's have a look. And the thing is, if they take in those 2 catches, game over. I mean, Sam Curran one is definitely game over. So Start says all Kohli can do is act like the Night King raising his hands. 15 from 7 needed. This has actually been a very good over from Hardik Pandya, by the way. Very, very good. Very, very good. Oh my god. Carnage. Absolute carnage. Oh my gosh. 15 or 7 needed. Let's have a look. So Tark says Rohit and Hardik Hart. So Hardik Pandya though needs to learn how to catch again. I think he's lost the ability in this match somehow. Don't know why. He's bowling really well here though. Very, very well. Okay, so that's a very, very good over. Only 5 from it. He's really helped them out here, Hardik Pandya, and probably. I mean, if they lose the match, he'll probably get the blame because he dropped Sam Curran initially. But it's 316 for 8. It's 49 overs gone, and England need 14 off the last. So I would say, um, um, India probably in the driving seat for this. Even Natarajan, I recommend the driving seat. Charles says Indian team found Alex Hales recommended stuff to. Oh god, to hand. I think he means. Oh, very good. So that says, ha ha ha, Archol. Yes, very good, Archol. Very good. 14 in of the last over. Right, here we go. Let's see, man. They need boundaries. Tatar says that's the reason why they are dropping catches. He says super over, and he's got some heart emoji faces. I like that. Very good. 316 for 8 off 49 overs. Right, guys. What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? Who knows? Who knows? This is just carnage. Absolute carnage. Tatar says, how about a super over? Why not, man? That'd be great. And Charles says, DUI fines for all the lads. They can't find them if Ravi Shastri's on it as well, can they? I'm just joking. Just joking. Don't kill me, guys. Sam Curran's on 90, by the way. So if they get this, he will get his 100. That should be incentive enough, really, for Sam Curran. That if they get the total, he'll get 100 as well. Come on, man. Hand in hand. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Right, let's have a look. Nataraja running in. It's an attempted Yorker. He hits it down the line. They should run 2. They're going to have to try. No, they can't. Because... well, it's out. It's gone. It's game over. What the hell? Because basically they're going to run 2. They needed to run 2. But Sam Curran slipped. Can't believe this. This is going to be a rubbish ending. That's out by a mile. He's out by a mile. I'm telling you now. It's not even close. Have a look. No, he's gone. Oh my days! What is he doing? It's not Mark Wood's fault. It's actually Sam Curran. But Sam Curran would have been out as well, to be fair. Right, so Reece Topley has to come in and face a delivery. He's going to have to get Sam Curran on strike straight away. Mark Wood cannot believe his luck. Oh, it's the worst possible start for England. Let's have a look. It's good fielding. Oh, mate, you should have just told him. Yeah, I mean, so far as Sam slipped, but to be honest, even if he hadn't slipped, he's getting run out as well. Then he would have got run out instead. It's not 2. It's never 2. Not in a million years. The only way it's 2 is if the wicketkeeper misses the stumps. Okay, let's see. What you need to hope for is that Natarajan bowls a wide-ish delivery. Reece Topley edges it. They pick up a single. Then they need 12 needed, and Sam Curran hits 2 back-to-back sixes. Oh man, crazy. Charles says anticlimax. Alfred Hitchcock. Choose one. Guys in the channel as well, thank you very much for joining. Whilst we're waiting for Reece Topley to face his first delivery, please do remember to like the video and subscribe. Thank you very much, you're all legends. 5 balls remaining, 13 needed. Okay. I think it's going to be tough. Reece Topley, I don't think he can bat at all, if I'm being honest. Let's have a look. Oh, hey, hold on. He hit it straight into the... Okay, he's done his job. Single. Okay. Fine. So, okay, right. So it's the same equation. It's up to Sam Curran now. 12 needed off 4 balls. What's he going to do? You know what? I reckon he's going to try. He's going to go for the biggie. He's going to try and go big. He's not going to try and go 4. I think he's going to try and go 6. If he tries to go 6, this is... He needs in the slot, though. Mate, I'm getting a tingly sensation. You know that? I don't know what's going to happen. Crazy stuff. Absolutely crazy. This is proper cricket, though, isn't it? This is what you want. Tie it fair like this. Let's see. Come on, Sam. Okay, he banks it into the leg side, and they're not going to run. I reckon they potentially could have run 2 there. They don't risk it. Fine. 12 need off 3, so he needs 3 fours now. They've really messed this up. Oh, I'm really disappointed actually. So Dark says he can get 2 fours. Charles says that was 2. What the hell? They could have run 2 runs. Yeah, I agree. They'll run again. Okay, 12 needed off the last 2. 2 sixes needed. It's not gonna happen. Oh mate, what an anticlimax! Seriously, what is going on? I'm so I was on such an adrenaline high. Sam Curran's let me down. To be fair, he's got them really close, but it's just oh, you know what? This has been a disappointing tour. We're just gonna say it. It's controversial, I know. It's been disappointing. Metro's running in, and that will be 4 runs, I think. But it's that's the most frustrating thing when you hit a 4 when you don't need it. What the hell? Crazy. Eight needed off the last one. It's mathematically impossible. They just need Natarajan to bowl a. They need to bowl a wide or a no ball. Kohli's like, yes, boys, but you know what would really crack me up is if Natarajan bowls a wide. Please bowl wide. Come on, why not? Oh, come on, that's 4. No, it's not. It's 1. Virat Kohli looks very, very happy, let's say. And Sam Curran doesn't get his 100. India win by 7 runs. That was an anticlimax, to say the least. I'm really disappointed, as you can probably tell by my demeanour. What a bummer, seriously. England just, I don't know. When you get that close, I just think, just crazy. Just crazy, man. I don't know what to think. I'm like, okay, I'm quite happy it was relatively competitive, but the task says clean sweep. Yeah, it was. I said 2-1 no, I didn't actually. I revised it to 2-1 India, so I got this prediction right for once. In fact, no, I got both predictions right. I said 3-2 India in the T20s, and I said 2-1 India in the ODIs. Mate, I've been good. I've been good. But yeah. Tatar says, but it was a good match. Yeah, it was. It was a good match. To be fair, it was a lot better, I think, wasn't it, than the last 2? To be fair, in terms of competitive nature. I guess I shouldn't complain. I just think when someone gets that close, some of the decisions made really make a huge difference. And that 2 that Sam Curran didn't take, if he'd taken that 2, he's hit a 4. There's 6 needed off the last ball. It's doable. But he knows that there's 8 needed off the last ball, so he's not even going to bother trying to go for it because what's the point? Charles says hard luck, great game of cricket. One team had to lose. Yeah. By the way, I don't support England. If anyone thinks that I don't support them, but I did want them to win because I just thought it's good to see the underdog come back and win. But and in this case, they were in that chase. I think just because they lost so many wickets and the position they were in. But disappointing, man. I don't know. I don't know. What do you guys think? Eh? Sam Curran looks distraught, and he probably should because I think I don't know. He got them close, but it was almost like just not good enough. Just not quite good enough, was it? Yeah. Don't know. India though, imperious in all three formats. Really, I mean they edged obviously the ODI and the T20s. They didn't dominate them, but they still won them. That's all that matters. And yeah, I mean just really, really impressive stuff from India. They've dominated. They dominated the Test matches, that's for sure. And it's a very, very successful tour for India, managing to win all three series. I'm just going to update the scorecard. It was a good knock, very good knock from Sam Curran. I just think it's a sad one, isn't it? Because like they got so close, and you just think, well, they're going to be able to do this. But yeah, don't know. Very, very good stuff though from India. He got 95, sorry, not out. So let me update that. 95 not out from Sam Curran. Very, very good knock from Sam Curran. I just think, unfortunately, it'll be forgotten in the whole scheme of things because England have lost every single series. It's poor. I mean, they're number one. They're supposed to be number one in T20s and ODIs. I know it was close, but I don't know. I was pretty underwhelmed. And again, in the ODIs, they missed a few players, but so did India. So I don't think there's any absolute, yeah. Charles says, this was me after India lost the semis against New Zealand in 2019 World Cup. Dhoni's deliberate slow batting for his average. I've said it so many times. I feel like Dhoni sometimes bats for his average. Maybe it's just me. But he's got a lot of not outs, a lot of red inkers, but still an unbelievable player. Like, don't take anything away from it. But towards the back end of his career, he got a bit stale for me, like with his batting. That was just my opinion, but unbelievable player though. But yeah, I get what you mean. I think, by the way, I think obviously you've got India and England. I think India will go into the T20 World Cup as the favourites. Like they were going to anyway, but they definitely will now. You've got England who will be around about there as well, but I think New Zealand as well. New Zealand, don't count New Zealand out. I think the only issue I have with New Zealand is can they do it? Can they perform as well as they have been doing at home and kind of in more bowler friendly conditions than in the? Can they do the same in the subcontinent? That's the only question mark around them. But I wouldn't be surprised. They've got a very, very talented side. So let's see. They're actually my pick potentially. They were my pick anyway from the start of the year, so I'll probably just stick with them because why not? But I don't think a lot of people would go with them. But they're very, very strong in all formats, to be fair. But talking of India, unbelievable performance, unreal. Okay, guys, anything you guys want to say before we wrap up? Because otherwise, I'm going to do a quick review and I'll release it. Not now, but then I'll record one and just release it straight away. So thank you very much, guys, for tuning in. Please do remember to like this video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I really do appreciate everyone joining and tuning in, and your support is seriously greatly appreciated. You're all legends, and hope everyone has a fantastic morning or afternoon or evening. And yeah, so Sal says looking forward to the 4 tests in England. Yeah, 100%. I think that'd be a really good series, and I'm looking forward to the World Test Championship as well against New Zealand. I think that's going to be fantastic. I think that's going to be really good. And Charles says the Indian international season is over. Yeah, and the English season is starting. So I'll be playing my club. I think our first pre-season game is 17th of April. So I'll be trying to fit that around all this stuff and work everything. It'll be interesting. It'll be good fun. But yeah, I'm starting to play tennis for my local club again tomorrow as well. So lots to look forward to. But yeah, thank you very much, guys. Again, please do remember to like the video and subscribe. I know I've said it a few times, but it really does help grow the channel. And I appreciate everyone for joining. Fantastic victory from India, by the way. Very close, a very good effort from Sam Curran in the end. And unfortunately, just couldn't get them over the line. Charles says, do you have a GoPro? Record your games and upload them. I was actually thinking that, but I don't actually have a GoPro. Might look into getting it. I wonder though, when I was thinking about this, if you wear it, is it like, are they quite big? And when I say they're quite big, as in, are they very noticeable when you wear them? And then obviously, I guess you'd have to get permission from each team that I play. Would I have to? Because I'm recording them, maybe potentially. I don't know. Well, I might do. I might do some net sessions at least with with it on. I might try and do it, and then yeah, yeah. But I'd like to do actually. That'd be quite cool. Let's see. Anyway, thank you very much, guys, for tuning in again, and I'll speak to you soon. Thank you very much, everyone. Seriously, I really appreciate it. You, Sadak, Achal, let's name them all. Sadak, Achal, Rendezvous, Pramod as well as new. Thank you very much for joining. Ashton, of course, Cryptic, Jimmy231. Thank you very much, guys. Have a good one.